After Joe Biden, I wouldn't mind Jeb Bush. Yeah, I wouldn't mind me some Jeb Bush after Biden. Alright. Got creamy chicken Alfredo today from Pizza Hut. Yeah, I wouldn't mind me some gosh darn Joe Biden, some Jeb Bush. He ran a few years back. Jeb did. Alright. I don't know, I got that green tea, but it was tasting weird. I just woke up, waiting on an Amazon. That could be it there. I heard the door open. But they're supposed to call me. There's a pretty important package. It's got 12 boxes of shells and cheese, got 2 things of ketchup, all that. But what was I saying? Something about Jeb Bush. My dad wanted it to be Jeb back when it was either Hillary, Donald, or Jeb, and I said, no, Donald, we'll do Donald this round. I was like, that's gotta be Donald. But I like Jeb and I like Hillary too. So either Hillary or Jeb would be a good one. You could do Hillary and Jeb. That would be some kind of connection. Combination. Hillary and Jeb. One be the vice, one be the... That Hillary wanted to be the full-out president, though. I could see Hillary as president, Jeb Bush as vice. That Ted Cruz might even run. Do I want Ted Cruz? No. I want Jeb Bush. I don't mind that New York guy either that everyone was getting rid of too. He would have been a good president. That Como? I would have liked Como as a gosh darn president. He would have been chill. Biden's pretty chill though. It'd be, I don't know, it'd be I think they're ready for a chill out right now. We've needed a good sleep for a while. A lot of people are sleeping right now, and a lot of people are taking over, and yeah. Sleepy Joe wasn't a bad thing. Just as much as anything in life, a good sleep is one of the most important. Sleepy Donald. Really, Donald was pretty sleepy too. But he went to the one meeting. Nobody was up in ante more than gosh darn Obama. Anything there was, Obama was there. Even the dinners. When they had their dinners or whatever, Obama was there, dressed up in a suit, dancing, and then the next second he was over here. That Obama was a full participant. George W. did a lot too. Hillary's law enforcement, they put away that Martin Shkreli for 7 years. The most hated man in America. Put him away. He's still not out. Bobby Shmurda did last time. That's unbelievable how Bobby Shmurda did last time. Martin Shkreli's probably so tired. He's been sleeping and eating. And before he knows it, he'll be up for release of it. Our system needs fixed. I've been trying to come up with ways on how you could fix it, but I guess it does come down to individual discretion with the higher ups or whatever, the leaders. I don't know how the hell you could fix it. That justice system. It's off though. It's not a proper justice system. You got to be able to stop the corruption. The officers and whatnot have to be held accountable for their actions. There's no specialties. If the probation officer breaks the law on me and I call the police, there's to be charges pressed just like she's a normal person, or else you got really bad things that can happen to people where they're put away into jail when they're not supposed to be. When all that kind of stuff, it was not nice what my probation officer did to me. She violated the law, and it was a bad charge, a bad violation of the law. Sorry, a really bad violation of the law. And if there wasn't more people like me, and that's the thing, I can't be in everybody's situation. So I'm only able to legally defend my own case. But it can happen. Watch. It took 17 months. Actually, it was like everything was good almost every month, robotic. And then it happened on the last month when well, I don't know. She wanted to be somebody she wasn't. I don't know what it was. I like people for who they are, believe it or not. But that is a thing until they get to know me because of my achievements. Because my arms are full of the tattoos and stuff like that. They think that they have to be, and it's not the case. I like I'd have a wife or a woman that doesn't have any tattoos. I was just watching models, they don't have any tattoos. But it tells a story on who they are. They're like new to life or whatever sometimes. But it's just a tattoo. Don't get intimidated by it. Or my jewelry if I'm wearing a diamond ring. And most people don't. But my probation officer did. And that's scary. Because she wouldn't laugh at any of my jokes. She was like trying to be, I don't know what she was trying to be. I don't know what she was trying to be. She was thinking about someone else irrelevant. And that's illegal. Having fantasies about people that aren't there. she had a fantasy about my victim or whatever. She never even talked to me. Probation is supposed to be like this. It's rehabilitation. It's like, oh, your victim? Ha ha ha. Yeah, da da da. Your victim, this and that. You gotta be more nice and da da da. Your probation is supposed to be like talking to you like, yeah, what you did to that victim. It obviously wasn't that bad, but you know, stuff like that. You're not supposed to attack me on the victim's behalf. That's assault. Case is diminished. I've finished the case, I've served my time, I'm on the remainder of my probation, and then you bring up the victim and you attack me on the victim's behalf? That's illegal. You're my probation officer. You're supposed to be rehabilitating my criminal, whatever the hell, to the point where I'm in freedom. I'm a free man. I've served my time. That's my probation. You can't just try to shoot me on the victim's behalf. And I never said anything about it. You never even discussed it. Ha ha, what you do to him? Ha ha, what did he do to you? You should have said, that Phil must have did something to you, Tom, for you to spray him in the face with mace. Because that's all it was, pepper spray. A little pepper, OC spray. A little baby fucking Caspian or whatever they call it. It's like, not even the bear one. Yeah, that's what the probation was supposed to say. They're supposed to say like, he must have hit you pretty good, didn't he, for you to spray him? And I would have said, yeah, he violated the law by choking me, and I had to defend myself by spraying him in the eyes. But she had no curiosity, and that's why she's in violation of the law, and she could face prison time. Because she assaulted me. You're not. That's a violation of the law more than I've ever violated. Attempted murder supersedes any charge I've ever been even accused of. No, it's not even in the same book, bud. That's attempted fucking murder, bud, with a fucking firearm, okay? That's a whole different ballgame than anything I've ever done. Okay, I'm Thomas Perron-Slote, one of the most hardest working little computer kids in the fucking world. Photoshop fucking god, okay? Fucking audio engineering motherfucker, all he does, okay? And then I've never fucking did that shit in my life. That's why I don't even go near them. The police. They'll expose you to the worst of the worst. The shit you see on TV is real, okay? I'm sure some of you, that's the thing, I had such a good life. The majority of people talk to me like, duh, yeah, duh. Yeah, that's crack, yeah. Because I think the majority of people were born in these families where the mom smoked like cocaine with them and stuff, like. Because that's the way the majority of them are talked to me. I'm like, can you believe it? I seen fucking, they were smoking like real crack shit I seen on fucking National Geographic and shit. Yeah, like these people are fucking out of it, okay? I heard the one guy talk one day. He was making a description of me. It didn't even, no one could even fucking bring him to the person because it didn't even make sense. Like, yeah, he started describing shit, but everything was off, and everyone was like, no, you got it wrong. Because it's all fucking lies, bro, buddy. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna clear that shit. And I'm not serving no time over it, period. Fuck that shit. I just served 6 months. That was 70 for something that happened 7 years ago. When I start calculating the shit, it didn't make sense. All right. Something happened 7 years ago where some person attacked me. They weren't my landlord at the time. They can sit there and say they were, but they weren't. Nope. I had ended tenancy with them and went to another place. They were not my landlord anymore legally. Yeah, they were not my landlord. They were just some person to me at that point. And now that person, well, that person thinks they're super powerful. So they want to impose landlord law on me when they're not my landlord. Do you see where the discrepancy there is? Like, I used to live down there back when you were my landlord. But you're not my landlord anymore because I moved over here and paid first and last. These are not your keys. That's not your property. You don't have the same rights. And even if I was over at your property, you didn't have the right to assault me. So the fact that that's went on, it's just went on and on, I guess. Corruption. It feels like I did 7 years in prison for a little pepper spray. Because that's all it was. Because I hear the quote-unquote victim or whatever all the time laughing about it. Laughing about what I've been through now over it compared to what they even happened to them. Because they were trying to kill me. It's baloney. It's a lot of baloney. And it still affects my head every day I'm talking about it. And I just want to forget about it. This is that creamy chicken Alfredo from Pizza Hut. As I did before. I never had any issues, but I'll tell you what. Your first and last rent is way more important than you may think. And I always knew that, but I never had a situation where I got sort of manhandled on my first and last. You gotta really watch where you bring your first and last, okay? Really watch. It'll knock you. You'll be on the top of. You'll go from top of the world to the freaking sleeping in a garbage bin. If you do not watch that first and last, okay, like big time, okay. And then once they get your first and last, some of them. You gotta watch the characters. They think they own you. And say you don't have much money and you ain't rich, and that was your first and last, you know what I mean? Now you're in the world of hell. And that's what happened to me. They took my first and last and then they tried to make it a world of hell so they could like rob me or something. So I made it a world of hell legally back. And it was just a whole fucking world of hell spiraling all around. And then eventually, whatever his name, I don't know the officer's name, drove me out of town and brought me to the fucking, and then next thing you know, like, there, okay, I got out of hell. That place is hell down there. I was calculating all the shit that they've been doing down there to them. There's a reason why. Okay. It's not just the nuclear thing they're dropping on them. They did something else to them too. Oh, they cut their food supply off. They don't have a grocery store. Now they're dropping a nuke on them. And there was one thing last night I was thinking about that they did to him. Oh, they shut down their fairs. Oh, and then they got hit with COVID. Boom! Just like that. All in the same 3. It's a real fucking war, bud, I'd say. Okay? Just because you don't see the tanks and shit. They got fucking... Okay, our rats are unbelievable. We got rats unbelievable. Unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, some of them are friendly and whatnot, but... We got that COVID. Okay? This is war shit, everyone. Got hit with this COVID. Whatever the fuck it was. They're getting nuked down there. They're dropping a bunch of waste on them. There's little mafia wars in the streets going on. That's what it was, a little mafia war. But we're related, me and whatever, Phil. And I ain't no chump. I'm a heavy boy. And he'll tell you that. I wasn't the easiest thing to move around. He'll admit to you, Tommy wasn't the easiest thing to move around. He wasn't just moving me around. Okay, like I was some pawn. He was trying to move a king around. Yeah, that's literally what happened. He thought I was a pawn, and he was trying to pick me up like a pawn and just throw me around. And I got picked up and I got placed over this one area, which I was fine with. Well, actually, I queen moved all the way over there myself or whatever. And then, that king, a king is only supposed to move one space. You're supposed, see, you don't even play chess. Like, a king is not supposed to leave his castle, but that's how you get executed. A king stays in the castle. A queen goes out sometimes to greet somebody. Because if it's the queen, it's like, I'm not going to hurt the queen. No matter if the queen even slapped me. It's a woman, right? But it's different with the king, bud. If the king slaps you, someone's going to cut your head off. That's why the king always stays in the castle. Because when you kill the king, you become the king. So there's only so much, there's a great incentive to kill the king. Right? You're killing the king. If you kill the queen, the king can always get a new queen. Right? And then you got to worry about the king sending retribution because you've killed his queen. That's why you never kill a queen, because the king is still at the castle. You can't infiltrate the castle. The castle's almost impossible to infiltrate. You'll get shot, you'll get whatever. Right? So he wasn't a true king. Okay? So I kinged him. It was a checkmate. I checkmated him. And then the knights came and picked me up. And really, the knights should have set the crown on my head and everything. But they said I didn't cut his head off because I felt bad for the king. Because he was a king from a certain land that I had no desire to be in. If I had the true desire, if I had met a woman or something down there and it had gotten